Welcome back to the Scene Snobs Reviews. I checked out the movie Honey Don't, starring Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans, Charlie Day, and so many more. This is a pulp noir type of film. It follows Honey in a small town as a private investigator. She's very no-nonsense. Her character reminds me sort of Katharine Hepburn in a way, the way she dresses, the way she carries herself and talks to people. And I really liked her in this role. I would have liked to have seen it expanded more. But the movie itself seemed very convoluted and sort of all over the place. I didn't love this. It seems like this is trying to be a return to roots, especially with Driveway Dolls, to what Raising Arizona was. There's a lot of quirkiness in these characters, there's a lot of in-your-face stuff, but there wasn't a lot of good building like in those earlier films in this movie. We don't have a clear, concise bad guy, and once you get to that point, it really doesn't make that much sense that they've done all this work in the story building to get to a red herring. So by the time you get to the end of this movie, you don't really feel really fulfilled about the whole thing. Chris Evans' character just seems like a real dirtbag. There's no gravitas to his villain character, and because he's the red herring, there is no actual villain. Once you get down to it, the whole thing just sort of seems like it points in different directions to lead us there, but to no avail. Nothing really comes of it, which personally I think is a waste, because you have all of these really talented actors playing kind of interesting characters that I want to see more from. Some of these characters are very stereotypical, but I get that through this pulp world that they're building. I just wish they had focused on a really good story to go along with it. It brings in a church, it brings in her family, it brings in jilted lover, but primarily it's all sex and nudity in this movie. Now, I don't have a problem with that. I don't care if you add it to your film, but none of it propels the story forward. It's just there to kind of fill time. And for a movie that's less than an hour and a half, that doesn't work. If you're trying to make me hate these characters from all the sex, I mean, the messages shift many times. They really play up a lot of things, especially gay themes and such, which would be fine. I don't mind that. But the problem is, if you're going to have this in your film, why are the other characters more depraved? You're seeing the same amount of depravity in them, which is fine, but it fills the screen time way too much and takes away from the actual story and the mystery we're trying to solve. And that is not okay with me, because it's not an interesting story. You're not building to anything. And this wasn't even building to anything. All it really had was a promising first act that went nowhere. You converged all of these characters to kind of come together, and then there is nothing to really connect them at the end. I'd love to know what you guys think. This was one that was just a miss for me. Again, there were things about it. It's beautiful filmmaking. The characters are all played really well. They're quirky. They have different type of character development that goes on that you kind of enjoy throughout it, but with no resolution, you just don't care by the end of it. What did you guys think? Sound off. Let me know in the comments. Let's discuss it. I love the Coen brothers, but I really haven't been liking these things they've been putting together. It seems like they're trying to do updated versions, like I said, of like their earlier work, like Raising Arizona and more, but completely missed the reason that those were so special. All of those characters were really well developed. There was a good story there. It was simple, but good. And that's what these movies need. I don't mind if you want to bring more people in. I don't mind if you want to do it, but tell a story that actually makes sense, and tell a story that makes me want to care about these characters. That is not what I'm getting here. But like I said, sound off in the comments. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out with us. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe based off this review, and let me know what you guys think of the other reviews we got going on. We have podcasts, other live events, things like that. We'd love for you to be a part of this Snob Nation. Until next time, everybody, remember to take care of yourselves. Join our Patreon, follow on Letterboxd or Substack, or over on social media at the Scene Snobs. But until then, remember to take care of yourselves, because that's important. Be kind, rewind, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.